Alright. Hello everyone. I've never been more unprepared for a stream. So I'm just gonna start immediately. Hopefully I actually remember how to play the game. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me know if everything looks and sounds good. Hold up, actually, there's even more stuff I forgot to do. I'm like already late when starting the stream, and I realized that I don't even have the game open. And I open the game, and it's like the mods have detected an update, then it takes like 3 minutes to update everything. Thank you for taking as long as possible. Hello. I'm finally here. Like, I should not do that. You like the joke rifle? Personally, I feel like the joke rifle is kind of useless. It doesn't really do anything that you can't already do with regular items. Okay, I'm not doing great already. Yeah, we're not gonna rush. I mean, that's kind of the point, but not too much. Rushing in moderation. We're gonna not die. That's the plan. You better not. Okay, well, wasn't really a good way to do that, other than just waiting. Let's try that again. Actually, you were talking about this, one of your mod ideas for a character with a gun. I feel like that would actually be kind of fun. Have like a real, actual gun in the game, but it would be like not like a modern gun, but like a rifle that like takes forever to reload. So it does a ton of damage, but you know, you have to wait a long time in between shots, and maybe it's hard to aim too. I mean, it would be hard to aim because we're used to throwing spears all the time in Rain World. And a gun would have, like, basically an instant projectile with very little fall off. And maybe you could have a lot of recoil too. Like, basically everything to make it, like, to nerf it as much as possible while still making it, like, very strong, you know? It's like, just like if the joke rifle fired bullets that actually dealt damage, it would be way too strong. You know? But if you have to like wait a long time between shots. If you had to there's like recoil they had to worry about, and the trajectory is different than a spear throw, then it's like suddenly this is a very unique weapon. But it's still very powerful, but it's like harder to use to make up for it. If only I had already created a spear. Oh dude, time to die to this guy. Oh, wow, that was very lucky. I managed to hit them a second time and grab onto the pole somehow. Also, this song is very quiet. I'd like to change that. Just kidding, YouTube is still at 2 frames per second. You know, I might have to change browser. I use Google Chrome, and you know, I hear people talk about like other browsers that are way better, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know. But now I'm starting to have a really big problem. Although it feels like it's only a problem with YouTube. Well, I don't know. Everything on YouTube takes forever to load and buffers a ton all of a sudden, but everything else usually works perfectly fine. Yeah, the stream works too. It's just the YouTube thing that I have open for the music. Whoops, that was the wrong spot. Actually, like, watching videos is laggy. The streams seem to work perfectly fine though. I mean, as fine as they are able to. That still has all of its own problems. Also, hello. Welcome to the stream. I am recording right now, by the way. There's a lizard here? Yeah. That was unnecessary. They were gonna run away from me anyway. White lizard. Another lizard. I have a land that involves just leaving. Oh, the other lizard. Got me stuck. Okay, well, that's 3 blue lizards. All in the way. I tried to do an extended slide to get past them, but I guess it doesn't work if they're dead. Because they're, like, closer to the floor. What's cool is that could have been 3 cyan lizards too. don't know how people enjoy shining hunting. You're the one shining hunting. Are you enjoying it? Are you sure that you want to do this? Oh gosh. Well, whatever. Never mind. I think it makes more sense to shiny hunt if you actually want to like play the game. If there's a Pokemon that you really like, that you wants to be like a main part of your team that you use for an entire for the entire game, then you can shiny hunt for them at the beginning of the game, and then they're with you for the entire journey. But if you're just doing it for the sake of collecting shinies, I don't understand. That kind of thing kind of bothers me in games, because it's developers kind of taking advantage of players, like just by adding something that's pointless to the game, but it's rare, like shinies don't do anything. They just look different, but they're really hard to get. They're rare, so that makes them special enough for people to want them. Just like Undertale. Part of game design is trying to like, I mean, I guess the whole thing is kind of like manipulating the players. That's kind of the point. I guess use this RNG. Okay, well, that's fair. Like you want to design a game so that players will enjoy it and so that they want to play it. I mean, without those kind of features in the game, without that kind of focus, players get bored. But you can also take those things too far and be like dangerously manipulative. If you learn anything about the way mobile games are designed, it's very, very toxic. Like mobile games, well, I mean some of them of course. I'm sure that there's some good mobile games out there, but the majority of the like popular ones are only popular for these reasons. They're like hardly even games. They're basically just like, they're like traps. Like they're just filled with a bunch of features meant to just keep people playing their game. And hopefully eventually spending money on it. I think it's unfortunate because there's maybe a handful of mobile games that I've seen that actually have an interesting concept. Like, oh, this is actually kind of interesting gameplay. But then everything else about the game just kind of drags it down. And it's like, well, never mind then. Supposed to be crouching there. Okay, can I snipe this centipede? Yes, I can. Hopefully the grind pays off. Will it? Is it even worth it? Have I already gone too far? Oh, that's actually interesting. You can hold down for a little bit to readjust your position, just a slight amount. Okay, obviously it's not working very well. Wow, that was slow. You know, I'm trying to take more time on that, and like really try to line it up and get everything correct. But that just makes mistakes more costly because I spend more time on each attempt. Even if it is maybe slightly more likely to actually work. Actually, a lot more likely. Because I found that the strategy actually works quite well. Yeah, I'm throwing now. Hold up. Are people on Twitch right now? On Twitch, on my side, I can't see the stream at all. I would like confirmation that it actually works. And that it's just a bug on my end. You know, actually, I thought about something recently. Like I tend to do. Oh. Okay, this is slightly concerning. I like how extended slides also let you throw items at creatures behind you. Like, it's good for movement. Oh, I just missed. Hold on, I'll look at Twitch for a second. Are you functional? Yes, it is. Okay, I guess it was just like loading for some reason. But it, whoops, I don't want to continue. Rain World is very interesting, and one of the most interesting parts of it is the procedural animations. The way creatures move around really naturally. Well, maybe not naturally, but much differently than any other, like, method of animation, you know? Single threaded in 32-bit. That might explain some things. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So, like, the procedural animation is really interesting. And I kind of thought that maybe procedural animation wouldn't really work well in a 3D game. Or, no. Not just some procedural animation, but just like a game like Rain World, you know? Like, how would you make a game that is similar to Rain World, a Rain-like, if you will, in 3D? How would you make that work? 3D games do usually use some degree of visual animation, like inverse kinematics on characters' legs, so that they actually like stick to the ground. Some things like hair and cloth have like physics animations so that they kind of move around freely. But usually the actual like motions of the characters are still like hand animated. There's this game that I saw. Actually, the reason I was thinking about this is because I was watching some Lethal Company something. I don't know. And the animations in that game are really funny. Because they're not very good. Which doesn't really matter too much. But it was the dogs in particular, if you're familiar with Lethal Company. There's these dogs that roam around outside. And their animation is kind of dumb. Because if they walk on anything other than completely flat terrain, their legs do not even touch the floor at all. It's a very stiff looking animation. Just a little bit of procedural. Well, what do you say that's procedural animation in that case? Something that just keeps their floors actually on, or their feet actually on the floors, would make them look a lot more natural. Because, you know, the way you would make an animation like that is kind of just by assuming that they're walking on flat ground. So their feet always stay at the same level when they're walking. But the moment they start walking up any sloped surface, it just starts looking wrong. But also, like, a procedural animation is kind of perfect for, like, kind of unnatural looking monsters, because, you know, you don't completely care about the animation looking good, or looking correct, maybe. Like, procedural animation on a human character is very wrong, because we're very used to the way that humans move around. So if you're making, like, a zombie, or, like, some sort of, like, humanoid creature, it can still work out, because they'll walk around, well, they'll walk around kind of funny looking. But if you're actually just making a monster, then it can actually work out. I think the main concern that I would have about a Rain-like game in 3D would be how the player feels to control. Whoops. I feel like navigating in a 3D environment would get really disorientating. Maybe that's just because I don't play 3D games that often. And so I just kind of don't like the idea of it in general. Rain World VR. That's just called going outside. What, yeah, what perspective would it be? Just the way that the player moves around and the fact that your, like, character's body is affected by physics. I feel like that'd be really awkward in 3D. Because if you're in first person, you would expect your body to move around the way that you want it to. And if it doesn't, it just kind of flops around on the ground. It would feel really unresponsive. I mean, not like Rain World already does feel unresponsive for some players, if you aren't familiar with the game. Just the backflips. I mean, there's like parkour games. Do I risk this? One spear in a dream. I no longer have one spear. Ah, I didn't really have enough time to prepare for that. I was worried that the vulture would fly away if I waited to create spears. Takes Andrew. Yep, Andrew is definitely responsible for the rain in Rain World. There's Stray, if you're familiar with that game. You play as a cat, and it's I think the controls are decent, although they're not very they're more like, if you want to jump, you like walk up to a ledge and then a button will pop up that says like jump to this ledge, press A, and then you press A and you jump, you know. That's the movement in Stray. Rain World is much more, you need to crouch, then like hold down the jump button and then jump, and then hope that you actually make the jump. Not just like press the button to do it automatically. Oh, there's this game. What's it called? Like Grow Home? Grow something, I don't know. You play as a robot and you climb up this huge plant. I hope someone knows about that game. But that has procedural animations on the player controls, and it looks very interesting. Because you have to climb, and by like moving each of your arms individually and like grabbing onto the walls. But I feel like if there's a game with like physics-based movement, then it's kind of more of a gimmick than just like a natural way the game should work. Ah, I couldn't create that in time. Yeah, Madeline's hair in Celeste is technically procedural animation, but it's very subtle. Or it doesn't really do anything, it's basically just visual. Yeah, you have so much more space in 3D. Like, if you want to hide from something, you can, like, hide behind walls or in, like, plants and stuff, like bushes. But usually my main problem with 3D games is just your lack of visibility. Being like in a, I mean any camera, unless it's like a top-down like bird's eye view, you know, you're limited to what the camera can see in its like small field of view. And maybe Rain World has the same problem, but usually in like 2D like side scroller games, the camera is like way zoomed out. You can see so much of the screen at once. The problem with 3D is you have to control the camera. That can be annoying, definitely. But in a 2D game, you can see the entire screen at once. You know everything that's going on. You can see an enemy over there. You can see an enemy above you and below you. In a 3D game, you can just look forward. And if you want to look around, you have to turn around and you can only see like a small field of view at once. And obviously that's just kind of how 3D games are. You know. Some people, or a lot of people probably don't even think of that as being a problem. Please don't. That was very good timing. Considering how short that pipe is. That was very close too. Oops. Okay, it's no longer good. Oh, it's no longer good. Well, I didn't have any items. lizard. I'm not dead. What are you doing? That sign just stood there. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to death. I love Industrial Complex. It has such a reasonable amount of lizards. Very stable ecosystem. You know, I kind of wonder what would happen if you took Rain World. Yo. Fan art. What does the sprite mean, though? Why that? Like, I kind of, like, wonder if you took Rain World and just let it run for, like, a really long time. Like, an actual, like, ecosystem simulator. And, you know, if creatures didn't get enough food, they would just die off. Maybe creatures that had a lot of food would, like, reproduce. You could actually see, like, how the ecosystem would evolve and like adapt, eventually like stabilize. Like maybe regions with way too many predators would, you know, that amount would lower. Maybe some creatures like egg bugs might have like plenty of food and they like there's like a ton of them all of a sudden. I mean, you'd also need like every creature to have like a food source. Some creatures like scavengers don't even eat food at all. Not that we see in game at least. You don't know, you just added it for no reason. Everything would die. Maybe to give it a little bit of leniency. Like, if a creature dies, it just like respawns again like normal. But if it dies like 3 times in a row, then it disappears. Mira's vultures would take over. That's actually true. They would just eat everything. So easily. Regular vultures too, they don't have any predators. I mean, usually how it works is that there's like very few apex predators because they're limited by how much food they have. Like maybe the Miras vultures or maybe the regular vultures would just eat all of the like lizards. Maybe they'd eat all like the white lizards and the pink lizards, you know, but then the cyan lizards are able to escape. So suddenly cyan lizards become the most common lizard type because they're actually able to escape their biggest predator. Yeah, unfortunately the Miras vultures, well, maybe fortunately the Miras vultures would die off because they only eat slug cats. Yeah, I guess according to Saint, orange lizards are the best. So I guess Saint is the result of technically letting the simulation run, and then, or I guess just the ecosystem, and then the orange lizards is what you end up with. Not real. You don't see anything? Hey, wow, that's a red lizard. Oh, come on. Really? And then something pops out of this pipe last second. Oh, it's you again. Do I bother with that? No. I think that spot is just a bad place to fight a vulture. The terrain is very uneven. Surely you won't be a problem. Okay. Nice, just spear for fun. Oops. Regular vulture. I actually like that. They're so much easier to fight. That may have been overkill. Ah. Oh no. I've actually heard recently that maybe Spearmaster's reputation with scavengers is so low that killing just a handful of them can trigger kill squads and make them start going after you. Which means that if you kill a bunch of scavengers early in the run, you're gonna run into them in like Chimney or Sky Islands or maybe the end of Underhang or something. So that sounds fun. Although it doesn't really feel like any scavengers could actually show up in those locations. Oh, that's wonderful. You know what? Oh no, wait. Okay, that was a little scary. Because I kind of realized that pipe led directly to that drop point. Are you chasing after me? Why though? Killing 3? Yeah, that's like the amount that you will kill on the wall when you're trying to get through. That's the last one. I feel like your reputation is already so low, you're very likely to run into at least one scavenger that just wants to kill you instantly. So it's like kind of hard to like try to increase the reputation. Because technically you could give the mask to them at the top of the wall. You don't need the mask at that point. So you could give them the mask, but then, you know, they might just try to kill you anyway. That sounds just way too risky to try to go for that. Funny thing, when Downpour was released and some people were looking into running Spearmaster, a strategy that was seriously considered was going to the scavenger toll and outskirts and like giving them a bunch of spears to increase their reputation so that they wouldn't be a problem for the rest of the run. That was considered. I guess it kind of makes sense because scavengers could show up at the top of the wall. They can show up in, when entering precipice. There could be scavengers there. There could be scavengers at the end of underhang. There could be scavengers in Sky Island. So there's actually quite a few places where you run into them. Although, like, proportionally to like how long the run is, there's actually not too many. Like, if the run went through like garbage waste or something, then you'd expect to see a lot more. But there's only ever like a handful of spots where you might see them. But even then, you know, a handful of spots can still end the run very quickly. Yeah, but like spending just 2 cycles on kind of befriend the scavengers is like forever in a speedrun. Like, don't even bother with that. Maybe for just running casually. Maybe if I do when I'm doing Spearmaster in MSC presets, maybe I'll do that. Just to play it safe. I'll start with Spearmaster, befriend the scavengers, and if I can do that quickly, then the run actually starts. The rest of Spearmaster will be easy, and then I can move on to the next run without too many issues. I think there might be a vulture up here. No, it's just this guy. Although I think my strategy for Spearmaster is just going to be to take more shelters. Because the same run, if you're fine with death every once in a while, and if you just take shelters a lot more often, like on the trip from Underhang to Precipice, maybe you could take a shelter halfway through that, and then on the trip from Precipice to Sky Islands, you take maybe 1 or 2 shelters there. Then like that gets rid of most of the like big time losses from deaths. When you like travel for an entire cycle across a region only to die at the very end, that's like exactly what you want to avoid. This by the time I get up here, this lizard is gonna try to kill me. Unless he keeps running away, which is actually a little concerning. Is it about to rain? Okay, actually, he's just running from the rain. Yeah, I should have picked up the spear earlier. I'm glad that doesn't. Oh, I don't know why I keep jumping off like that. But it's good. It's a good thing that those pole plants don't kill you when they drag you. Like, it's like they can grab onto you when they're like going back into their den. So it's a good thing that doesn't just kill you. But I guess it makes sense. They had to like program that in specifically. Like, if they are dying, they can't kill you. Whoops. I don't know if that was faster than just going back and doing the roll again. Oh. There's still scavengers here. They might be leaving though, because it's so late. Like, now it's about time for them to go back. Metropolis or something. I mean, who knows what the scavengers are doing up here? If they came here often, you expect them to have already taken the pearl and like all the spears. Uh-oh. I really don't like that. Hey, look at this cool spear I got. I do have food. Unfortunately, this is kind of pointless. I guess I'll keep it. For like 1 room. Hey Pebbles, look at this cool spear I found. Imagine if that guy had a singularity bomb. Oops, I did not do this correctly. Oh no. Well, this might, well, actually, we're good. We're good. Well, okay, there it goes. You know, if I do these runs forever, I'm guaranteed to eventually see a singularity bomb. Right, you think, like, if this really is story percent, I should see the whole story, right? Oh, where are you going? I like when he drops the pearl into the other pile of pearls. Okay. I think I needed to do that throw boost. I almost didn't make it. There's my food. Or my neuron. Don't really need food. Okay, just take this slow. You know? No dumb mistakes where I lose a minute trying to look for a pearl. Looking for a pearl in an iterator. Why Shakespeare? You know, when you're talking about the monkeys on the typewriters, why is Shakespeare always the example given? I mean, I guess that's why, right? It's always the example given, so you might as well also use it in your example. But the point of the monkeys is that they will type literally everything, right? And that Shakespeare is just included in that. Ooh, I like seeing the inspector here. Whoops, and then I immediately slam my head into a solid block. Whoops. Oh gosh. Please just move. Why? No, don't throw down. I pulled down the entire thing with me. Whoops. No. Okay, thank you. Weird vine tentacle thing. Has anyone like come up with names for these things? Like there's like the long orange ones that you can climb on. There's like the like gray blue ones like the walls. These things. Oh, somehow I like bounced off that wall perfectly. Okay, I'd say that went well. I mean, this is not the last room. See, and then here's a mistake. Beating the mistake quota. Yeah, I want a long cycle. That is a very long cycle, thank you. Surely this will not go wrong. Music's buffering again. That's fun. You're going insane? Do you think that you might already be insane? Sorry. That's maybe that's too much. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're okay. What's the definition of insanity? Spearmaster. Honestly, that quote, which who knows what the quote is actually from, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, or something like that. I don't get it because some things are like random, and if you do it several times in a row, you will get different results. Or like any skill at all. Like, have you heard of practice? It's doing the same thing over and over again and getting better at it. That's literally the opposite, right? Stop doing that. I think he grabbed my spear right as I was about to throw it. I like how that guy always falls at the bottom of the room. Please? Oh gosh. I'm gonna die to this guy. Oh, they're fighting the dropling. Okay. So does he grab embedded spears? What? Spears like stuck in walls? That's news. There's nothing in this room yet. That extra grapple actually messed me up. Don't see me. Not real. And it's hard to see. I always look for white lizards down there in that little corridor, but it's hard to see when the clouds are in the way. Please? Oh my gosh. I grabbed onto the same pole like 3 times. Oh, that's fun. Are you a regular vulture? Yes. I probably could have just dropped down and done that normally. It would have been faster. No drop bug. Someday I'm gonna say no drop bug and then I get killed by a drop bug. That guy might be scared of something. At least the blue lizard is out of the way. They end up being one of the more annoying creatures in this room. Except it's competing against the white lizard and the drop bug, so it actually isn't very high up in the rankings. What do I do? Can you, like, do something else? I have to run past this guy, too. Okay, he's gone. Okay. Don't do something stupid, okay? That's the only thing. I can be slow. I can take my time. I was like, oh no, I don't have any food, but it doesn't matter at all. Gravity's changing right now. Didn't want to go too fast there. I'm so scared about that jump, but it's actually pretty consistent. Okay, I need to be fast here. Why did you go throw in that direction? I guess I wasn't fully low gravity yet. Or 0 gravity. Whoa. Wait, I don't know how to line this up. Okay, I guess that worked out somehow. I jumped before it fully became like low gravity or zero gravity, so I jumped with like full or vertical speed, and then the gravity turned off, and I just kind of kept going up. So if you don't, I believe the way that the gravity cycle works is that every time the gravity switches, there is a 8 to 18 second timer before the gravity switches back. So the gravity will be normal and then stay normal for 8 to 18 seconds or somewhere around there, around that time zone. Okay, I guess I just can't enter that. And also when you enter a region with low gravity, it starts with, gosh, I guess I just have to wait down here. It's so worth it to do this jump from down here instead of just climbing up. Look at this. This is so fast. And climbing up in normal gravity takes forever. Oh my gosh. I keep grabbing onto stuff. I can't do the full jump height. That was good. No, okay. I have to climb up this. At least this guy's here that you can climb up. No, bad timing. This room is just so much faster when you can throw boost over having the grapple worm. Oh, brain damage. Hey guys, how's your day going? You know, a lot of live streamers say chat a lot. They like hate chat, you know, as like the way to refer. I mean, to refer to their chat, obviously. But I feel like that's kind of weird to say when there's not too many people. Like if you have like a live stream with like 1,000 viewers, then I think it makes more sense to just refer to everyone at once. But when it's only like a handful of people and people who I recognize mostly. Hey chat. Yeah, that sounds kind of weird. Yeah, we don't even have slug guides here. We have bird, we have a fish, we have okay, no one else. There's plenty of other various creatures. What is the moon doing? Why are they in the corner? Oh, there's another fish too, right? They're just hiding on Twitch. They're gonna be on this side. Hopefully this isn't going to impact the lore. Also, she's right in the middle of the room, which is kind of annoying. If I want to jump up, she'll get in the way. Eat the neuron. Nah, I've already eaten some neurons. Imagine Gourmand bringing all the slugcats up to Pebbles to go inside and eat all the neurons. Like, I found a really good food source. There's like thousands of them just roaming around. You can grab them for free. I just like killed them all. Does Pebbles have a way to kill creatures outside of the chamber? 'Cause I know he can do the like brain blast thing when you're inside the chamber, but if you leave, you can't do it, right? Oh, thank you for moving out of the way. And then a scavenger shows up. And Pebbles is like, hey, I have observed you fighting with the slug cats. So I see we share a common enemy. I'd like you to go inside my structure and remove all of them. Thank you. I do like being able to see where I am. No, Gourmand wouldn't be able to use that because there's no gravity. Gourmand's biggest weakness. I mean, you would think that because of the low gravity, Gourmand would have an easier time moving around and not have to worry about stamina, but that still isn't the case. The low gravity also means that you can't do slides and rolls. Wow, that was very fast. We're gonna play this safe. We're gonna go slowly through this room. I've died here too many times. Try to take risks. Okay, I almost was able to ladder up completely. That's not a very long cycle. Okay, that's better. So watch out for Scions, watch out for Dropwigs, watch out for King Vultures. Yeah, if you just exit out and enter back in, the cycle will have a different time. And you don't lose any karma. I'm gonna be quiet now. We're gonna be methodical. Where's the pearl? It's right there. Oh gosh. Careful, man. Oh no. Regular vulture. Scare away the Scion for me. Or just kill him. Why did I miss? Oh gosh. Can we stop? Oh my gosh. I was like, is there gonna be a creature right when the screen changes? And of course there was. I guess I should expect a white lizard around here, because there's usually one in this room. Oops. slow down. Oh, what? That's the pearl fell down too. I don't know what happened. I don't really know what to do in that scenario. I couldn't have like dropped the pearl and like created a spear or something. Usually you want to get close to them so that they release their tongue. But I guess it just kind of like slingshotted me in. Okay. It's one white lizard. Oh, that's a vulture. Did I get enough food from that? Oh. I didn't. Dude, really? Oh yeah, just like grab onto me, why not? What's my opinion on Terraria 1.4.5 current editions? I don't know what they are. I mean, I have an idea, but I don't really remember right now. Game's cool. I don't know if there's any update for Terraria that will make me want to return to the game. I mean, I like to play Terraria, you know, every once in a while. It's kind of like a regular thing. Maybe like every year. Like, I feel like playing Terraria, you know? But I don't think any update is gonna ever add like a substantial amount of content anymore. But yeah, a bunch of like small things, quality of life. Things that are cool, but, you know, Terraria I think is mostly done. I kind of hope they start working on Terraria too, instead of like updating the first game so much, because they're actually kind of running into the limitations of what the engine's even able to do. And unfortunately, I feel like people are expecting an update so much that they're gonna feel like they have to just keep updating the game. That's kind of the meme, right? Like that Terraria is never gonna be done with updates. Oh, nice. And there was a poll that they did. Well, did they do it or was it someone else? I don't know. There's a poll somewhere. They're like, do you want Terraria to just keep on getting updates, or do you want like Terraria 2 to come out? And I think the majority did say that they wanted more updates. I think another Terraria would be cool. That'd also be a good option. There's a lot of potential. Journey's End. That's just like death. Oh my gosh. I don't need more King Vultures. One is enough. I guess one penalty is that I can't do as many throw boosts with the mass, but I don't need to worry about saving spears for lizards and such. Despite the mask, lizards still find a way to slow me down. I can't make 2.2 jokes anymore, man. It sucks that the update is now. It sucks that the update is out now, so we can't make jokes about how it never was gonna come out. Yep, Silk Song is still there. You want to do that? Honestly, I hope if they release Terraria 2, I hope that they release it with very little content, and then continue to update it like they did with the first Terraria. I think people complain about the problem with that is that people complain about games being unfinished, right? Like this huge game is coming out at $60 and then it's like all messy and broken, and there's like stuff that they're planning on adding after release and DLC and whatever, and it's like people don't like that. But I think that it's such a fun part about Terraria, the fact that every once in a while you get an update that adds a ton of content. Like it was so exciting to see what kind of new stuff they would add. That's like a normal coalesce. That's like a coalesce could be made of normal spiders. That's funny. I guess if the game is like $10 to like $20, then people wouldn't mind. And we'd also have the expectation that it will get updates. I do kind of miss that in games though, where you were just kind of expecting new updates with a ton of new content, and not just like new stuff to do, but like new progression. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I'll tell you guys know what I mean. But like, Terraria, you know, has a progression system where you get stronger equipment and you fight stronger enemies and such, and you like keep going, you know. But each update until 1.3, last one that did that, but each update added a bunch of new progression stuff, new bosses, new equipment that like were stronger than all the previous things, right? So in 1.0, it was up to Skeletron. In 1.1, it added hard mode, I believe, with the wall of flesh and then the mech bosses. 1.2, whoops. 1.2 added, I believe, up to Golem. So Plantera and Golem, plus like a few events and such. Fishon was added at some point in its own update. And then 1.3 added up to Moonlord. And so every update, every time you played the game after a new update, there'd be more to do, you know? It's not just about like getting to the Skeletron, it's like, oh, now I have to go like do this new stuff, this new more difficult stuff, like by defeating the Wall of Flesh. And then another update comes out like 2 years later or something. It's like, oh, here's new stuff in the jungle to go fight, you know? Except each update also added content earlier in the game, so the build up to that new content was also different. Like when they updated the underground deserts, I believe there was an update that added underground snow. That wasn't always a thing as its own biome. When were Empress and Duke added? Duke was added in an update after 1.3, and then Empress was added in 1.4, along with Queen Slime. Oh, Old One's Army, that's what the acronym is, yeah. Old One's Army, a little bit underwhelming. A little bit boring. Oh, 1.2. Right. Did I say 1. Or past 1.3? Because Fishron is before Moonlord, but after like Golem. Technically, I mean, you can fight them kind of whenever. Yeah, it makes sense. Duke was added before Moonlord. Dude, you're messing with my movement. Death penalty. Flying all the way up here. Oh no. I actually took fall damage from that. Wow, that's how big of a mistake that was. Because I jumped way too high up on that pole, I bonked on the ceiling. I hope that with Terraria 2, that they don't reuse too much content. And by reused, I mean like make references to Terraria 1, you know. Like, I want to fight new bosses and be new biomes. I don't want to fight, like, the Eye of Cthulhu again and King Slime again and, you know, go through the Corruption and Crimson again. I mean, maybe there's a lot that could be changed about those biomes. I think the strength of a sequel to Terraria is being able to remix everything, basically. Instead of fighting the Eye of Cthulhu as your first boss, there's an entirely different boss, maybe themed around something else, you know? There's a lot of Cthulhu-related things in Terraria. Eye of Cthulhu, Brain of Cthulhu, and then Moonlord is kind of just Cthulhu. Maybe they could go with an entirely different horrible whatever creature. Sorry, I couldn't risk it with that one. I kind of wanted to be friends, but then that guy raised the spear, and I was like, well, we can't all be friends. Man, poor guy just wanted to run away. I feel kind of bad. Are you guys talking about Terraria? We just talk about whatever, really. We actually talk about Terraria quite often, which I don't mind. At least I'm familiar with that game. Oops. Favorite boss? More of these questions. Ow. Favorite boss? I don't know. I like Empress a lot. It's like a difficult boss fight, but it's actually balanced well. I like Fishron too. Queen Bee. I mean, Duke Fishron is basically like hard mode Queen Bee, really. Twins, I actually like Twins a lot. Twins feel very Terraria. Like, when I think about Terraria, I imagine finding the twins with a Mega Shark. That's like the most Terraria thing I could think of. Went too far down. Did we dig too deep? No, actually, yeah. What do you do? That's an explosive spear. Like, I saw the spear and I was like, oh, I can throw bits with that. Nope. That would kill me. or do something bad, probably. Yeah. Okay, that was not the best way to do this. That was a little dangerous. Hurt boss excluding Moonlord? Darn. That was gonna be my answer. I don't know. I think because Moonlord was one of the later bosses to be added to the game, I'm less attached to it. The rest of the bosses, even if I don't really like the fights, feel more nostalgic, you know? Maybe Plantera, actually. Because of how much preparation you need to do. Like, the preparing, like, the jungle arena and looking for a Plantera bulb are, like, some of the slowest parts of the game. Of course, they're kind of optional. Like, you don't need to do that. But I feel like you kind of don't want to be risky with Plantera. Because you could, Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Like, if you die, if you, like, don't prepare enough for the fight, and you die, then you need to go find another Plantera bulb. And that might take forever, if you don't know where an extra one is. And that whole portion of the game kind of has a lot of waiting. Like, you need to wait for Life Fruit to appear, you need to wait for Chlorophyte to grow, you need to wait for the Plantera bulb to show up. I mean, obviously, like, Chlorophyte isn't too important. And some of it has probably already grown by the time you get to Plantera. But, you know, the faster you play the game, the less of it you're gonna find when you go mining. I think the Plantera fight is fine. It's a little bit chaotic. The like spiky, the spiked balls like flying around. The all the projectiles she fires at you, and then the second phase, all the like grabber tan things, whatever they're called. They take up so much space. They kind of want you to make a large arena so that you actually have a space to dodge all of that chaos. Cultist. I forgot about the cultist. There's such a like pit stop, you know, you're like, oh, time to go fight the cultist, and then that's that, you know. There's not much else to it. But I guess I don't really mind the cultists. Like some of their attacks are pretty cool. Although they do kind of require you to use like a homing weapon if you actually want to hit them. And it's annoying how they always fly above you. So if you fly up to chase them, then they'll keep flying up higher, and then you kind of end up going into the sky. Yeah, the pillars. I mean, the pillars aren't a boss. They're more of like an event, really. I think that's what they're classified as. So they spawn in enemies. But pillars are really bad. I think we all agree on that. think they actually might have been changed in a recent update. I don't know if that made them better or if that change is real or not, if I just made it up. It's so easy to go into this backwards. Oh, I don't want to rock. Oh yeah, this is pretty much as expected. I'm going to do this. Bread and butter. You can see the other side of on the other side of the screen is like cutting off. Oh, no. Ah, come on. So fast. I just didn't have anywhere to go. Spitter spider? It's gonna try to hit me instead of the dropper. Wow, your aim sucks. Now I'm like extra dead. Yeah. Ah. Oh, they made it easier to like grind the event, but the first time is still the same. Yeah, I guess that's alright. That usually doesn't happen with the dropper where they just hit you midair. Usually you're moving fast enough with the grapple, but maybe I was higher up or maybe I just was moving slower. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Bioengineering? Yeah, just give it a second to load in. Just a bit more. There we go. Checking to see how it's going. Well, it's going as expected. I've died. Well, I just died in Underhang. I also died in Underhang after seeing Moon. So that was unfortunate. That previous run, actually, I got a King Vulture mask in Outskirts. Right? Yeah, it was in Outskirts. And so Industrial and Chimney were, and the wall was super easy. What do you mean by that? Ooh, centipede. Hold up. I missed that one. Well, whatever. Slug pups? They just craft a few singularity bombs and then go looking for slug pups to blow up? Sure. I mean, go ahead. it's in the Twitch chat. All slug pups should go to hell. Do you agree with that? Are you good? No, they're fine. I understand. All right. Can't wait for the kill squad. Actually, I didn't kill that. Well, he might die eventually. I think name would be. You know, I'm the kind of person, if I'm ever playing a game where you have to name characters, I'll just like name them like a single letter. Like, I'm so bad with names. Just like put in something stupid, don't even try to bother with an actual name. Hey dude. Okay, egg bug. Honestly, I could have hit the egg bug and I would have gotten a bunch of food. Oh boy. Oh, there's a dropper over here. Let me go fight that instead. Thank you, Cyan. Oh, there's a shelter that way. Thank you. I didn't know that. That's so helpful. I'm so happy about this information. Okay, both of us suck at the game. Wow. You know what's funny? These lizards are actually holding back. They're only using 10% of their power. If you ever watch a lizard run away from the rain, you can see how fast they actually can be. Like, why lizards could be like 3 times as dangerous if they really wanted to be. Instead of bothering with like being sneaky and grabbing you with their tongue, they could just run at you at full speed. Hello, welcome to the stream. Limbo. Na, 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 na. Nope. Oh, you are so dead. Oh no. Can you not get stuck in the floor? Thank you. Goodness. Hello. Welcome everyone to the raid. It's quiet though. Excuse me. Hey guys, welcome to Speedrun. Can we get a hype train? This isn't Twitch. Whoops. Oh boy, scavengers. Oh boy, vulture. Oh, thank you. Oh no, why did you shoot multiple times? Okay. Just a little bit of chaos. Oh no. Please stop. Sorry, I'm very bad at the game. This is my first time playing. There's a shelter back that way? Thank you, Overseer. That's so helpful. Surely I should turn on the splits? Nah. I don't like the splits. No, don't worry about it. I mean, if I didn't want to be distracted, I wouldn't be streaming this. When I get further into the run and I need to focus, I'll just ignore the chat. Or I'll only look during like shelters and gates where I have a bit of time. You know Iggy is called Iggy? You know, I don't know. I don't know if that's a community name or like something from the devs. Maybe like in the game files. Around there. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, actually a lot of stuff in this game is just names from the community. Which actually I really like about Rain World. That things don't have obvious names at first. So you just kind of come up with whatever. Eventually, you know, people kind of decide on names that they like and, you know, just get used to saying that. But that's still not an official name. Just things that we come up with. Also, don't mind the music. My YouTube has been not very good. So it's lagging a lot for some reason. I don't like this lizard. So every time a new song plays on the playlist, it pauses for a second. I think the fear wore off and now they're trying to get me. Oh, never mind the actual vulture. Nice. Yeah, this song is just a little bit late. Probably because of the buffering. Honestly, maybe if you were to subtract the amount of time lost from buffering, maybe this would play at the right time a few minutes ago. It might be earlier than that because it actually put us buffer quite a bit. Can speak. So many lizards, yep. That's Spearmaster. That's why I like to get the Vulture Mask. Otherwise this area would be really bad, and it is really bad. I've had to gone through it a few times with the without the Vulture Mask, and it doesn't usually end well. There's some scavengers in this room. They might have left. There might be some in this room. There aren't. Okay. The speedrun? Yeah. I'm trying to finish Spearmaster's campaign as fast as possible. You have to go to Pebbles, grab the pearl, then go down to Moon, talk to her, and have her write a new message on the pearl, and then bring that new pearl to Sky Islands. Ever seen scavs in that room? Well, they can show up. It can happen. I actually don't know how the slide is affected by the terrain there. It kind of seems like it just does the slide as normal, but you just go up and down a few times. Okay. Wow. I hit the wall so hard that I just flipped it. I just reversed myself. Hi, Pebbles. He always likes to hang out right there. Oh, he almost bumped into me. That would have been really bad. Why do I clear the floor if I catch the pearl midair anyway? It's just to be safe. In case, because there's situations where you may not like recover fast enough, or he or Pebbles will like move all of a sudden. And you know, if he just places the pearl in an unpredictable location that you aren't able to get to fast enough, you don't want that location to be a big pile of pearls. Although usually, I think I've gotten pretty good at getting the pearl, even if it's in another pile. Hey, dude. How did I get up? Huh? Oh gosh, I keep grabbing onto him by accident. Like, there's situations where, you're on one side of the room and he's on the other side, and so you try to rush to get over to the other side to grab the pearl in time. But then he pranks you and moves to the other side of the room and drops the pearl over there, and then suddenly you have to run all the way back. And which actually means that I should probably clear out the whoops. Okay, that's a mistake on my part. You should probably clear out the pearls from the edges of the room, because those would be harder to get to. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much what you do there. As long as you get the pearl and leave before he kicks you out. Please? Just move downwards? Whoops. Okay, that just barely worked, but I shouldn't do that in the future. Oops, I meant to throw that sideways. It's fine though, I can recover easily. Alright. Oh, this isn't a very long cycle. I'm actually gonna reset. That's better. Not too long, but I don't think I mean, last time I had like half of the cycle left by the time I got to Moon, so I don't think I need to be worried about it. I have no expectations that people who join from the raid are gonna stick around. Like it's cool if you want to watch, cool if you want to stick around, but if you don't want to watch the stream, that's fine. Usually for raids, you know, you'll gain a bunch of viewers immediately, and then a bunch of them will leave. Is it something that they don't want to watch, or something that they're not interested in, or they don't like the streamer? You know, a whole bunch of reasons. Cyan down there. Okay, every time I do something different, I go in backwards. I don't know the strategy for that room. I thought I had it, but now I don't, I guess. That was a risk. Lucky spear. Why are there so many white lizards? What the heck? There are 3 of them. No signs though, or spitter spider, or dropwig. They were all replaced with white lizards. Okay. Oh no. I'll just wait a little. I'll just lag behind a little bit. The scavenger is a little scary. Oh, they're leaving. Okay. Here, take a pearl. I wonder how that affects reputation. Like, it should go up at first. Oh, wow, that really didn't make it. Like, oh, thank you for the pearl. Reputation goes up, and then you kill them. Does it go down even more because you betrayed them? Or does it just, like, go up the normal amount and then go down the normal amounts? I'm pretty sure that the reputation loss from killing a scavenger is probably higher than the gain from giving them a pearl. Or maybe it evens out. Egg bug. Don't usually see them. And I forgot the strategy for this room. And there's a vulture. Okay, you know what? I think there's sometimes you just need to, you know, give it a bit of time. Have a bit of patience, you know. He had to push me out of the way. Please just go for the egg bug or something. Finally. Goodness. Goodbye. I'm being slow to look out for dropwigs, by the way. There's usually a dropwig in this room. As you've seen. Yep. That guy's usually there. There's always the lizard right there. I should probably be more prepared for that. Like that was going super good. That was going pretty much as expected. Just because a run is going well doesn't mean that it's not going to end at any moment. I'm actually really happy about this stream so far. I've done a lot of runs that actually made a lot of progress instead of just dying in industrial several times in a row. I mean, maybe I'll do that for the rest of the stream. I don't know how it will end up. That only gave me one. Scavengers aren't very nutritious. Usually the idea is that if you stab them twice very quickly, they won't die by the time the second spear hits, and you'll get 2 food pips from them. But I guess those scavengers just died instantly, and I didn't get a second food pip. Oh, I messed up karma cache. It doesn't really matter though. It doesn't affect the timer. Oh wow, there were a lot of dropped frames. Did you guys notice any buffering or lag? I didn't notice that. It could have also been a Twitch problem, but not a YouTube problem. I think it might be different sometimes. Yes? No, you did not. Okay. On a spear? That's not a jump. Spearmaster, you're very disappointing. As in, I'm very disappointing because I'm the one playing. Please don't. Cyan lizard up there. That's my favorite spot to see a cyan lizard. I like how the lizards can't see you when you're going through a pipe. Like, if you and a lizard go through a pipe at the same time, it's as if you never saw each other at all. Okay, I might be dead. Nope, we're moving. How do pipes work? Who knows? They're kind of magical. This guy actually activates. Yeah. Hey, dude. I didn't want another vulture, though. Oh, music's back. Never mind. Give it a moment. Very shy. Oh, whoa. I shouldn't have fallen, but, nope. Okay, I dropped the mask, but if I can get this guy's mask, it doesn't matter. That's a new death. You know, maybe the elites just aren't as elite as we think they are. They're just faking it. Just a random scavenger just picked up a mask and was like, surely I can do this, right? In reality, he's scared. He's heard stories of the Spearmaster roaming around. Just creating infinite amounts of spears. Throwing from a distance. He just wanted to run away. Okay, I think the music just gave up. It's very quiet. Playing as this guy would be cool. You'd think it would be cool, but the actual controls aren't great. I mean, obviously, if, you know, if playing as scavengers was actually like a real thing and not just safari mode, obviously they would need better controls. Like being able to jump the same way that Slugcats are able to. without that droplet might get closer. Really? You had to dodge? Try dodging that. We would finally get to see what the scavengers eat. Considering how they like travel in groups and can use spears, you think that they would like hunt like lizards and vultures. Some creatures can easily be taken out with a single explosive spear, so that would be like not hard for them. Yeah, maybe they just eat combat. They eat fear. Yeah, maybe it makes sense if they only eat in dens, but they don't ever bring it back food. The only food they carry around are food items that are useful outside of just eating them. Gooey ducks and glowweed. Yeah, I don't like that. Glowweed because it glows and it functions as a lantern, and then gooey ducks for eating past worm grass, which is a nice detail, but you don't ever see them eating them. And some regions don't have either of those foods, so what do they eat there? They eat explosives. Yeah, the reindeer skull would make you think that they eat reindeer, but they're only in farm arrays. Plus, you can't even kill reindeer. Like, you would think that they would be, you could kill them with spears, right? Or at least explosive spears. Somehow they managed to get the reindeer skulls all the way from farm arrays to pretty much every other region. Maybe that actually suggests that the scavengers originated from an area with reindeer. And so the reindeer skulls became a part of their culture that they carried with them into regions that don't even have the deer. Although they seem like a huge pain to carry around. They eat each other. They keep track of points based on creature kills. Whoever has the lowest points gets eaten. I mean, I don't think it's very effective, considering how little lizards care about the skulls in scavenger tolls. I don't think they travel around too much. I think that there's a decent amount of scavengers who stick to a certain area. Like in garbage wastes. I imagine that all of the scavengers in garbage wastes are pretty much contained to that area. Same with Metropolis. Like, how are you gonna get a reindeer up to Metropolis? Or a skull, at least a skull, you know? That would be very difficult to carry up that far. From Farmeries over to Pebbles and all the way up to Metropolis. I guess it wouldn't be too bad with, like, a group of scavengers. But, like, bringing the deer skull up once is way different than bringing them consistently as a food source. That just doesn't really make sense. Have I forgotten how to do this? Oh, of course you have to be in that spot. Okay, what the heck? I guess I'll practice this a bit before resetting. Photosynthesize. They are plants. That would be sick to very, very rarely see a group of scavengers carry around a deer skull. But they're literally scavengers. I mean, I guess the scavenging could be for, like, ghouls and stuff, you know. Like they do in Metropolis, looking for, electric spears, singularity bombs, just random bits and pieces of stuff to, like, build stuff out of. They like to do that. You think, like, why... They seem to go out and travel around to look for food, right? But you just don't ever see them eat. Boston skulls from cannons. Maybe they tamed some vultures. Man, vultures seem like such an easy solution to everything in Rain World. Any transportation or delivery, anything, vultures seem like the best solution. And if a huge creature like a vulture can fly around so easily, then why not use, like, flying machines, like drones, to carry stuff around? Maybe they did. Maybe the ancients did have something like that. And they just don't work anymore. They have to resort to slug cats. They didn't invest in vulture taming. Hey, come back up here. Eat microscopic bugs. They eat moss. Didn't one of the devs say that there's no clear distinction between plants and animals in Rainworld? So the photosynthesis theory is still on the table. There we go, right as he gets into position. How would a cannon get us going to undergrowth? Actually, hold up. The undergrowth is a new thing, right? At some point, in between Riv and Saint, the scavengers decided to set up a toll in undergrowth, and they had to bring a deer skull down there. Wow, I just threw that rock straight through him. I think that I still have a theory that the blue fruit is actually just not a normal fruit with a, what would it be? Parasitic? Symbiotic? I don't know, some sort of relationship with bugs that use the like lay their eggs in the fruit. So, I don't know. So I don't know like how exactly it would work, but something to do, like the fruit could still be fruit and also related to insects still. Cool and gross. I feel like it's so like, why wouldn't they be fruit, you know? And Sage can eat them just fine. Bubble fruit. True. Gooey ducks. Yeah, glow weed. Glow weed. Yeah, I guess. They do look like some sort of fruit. Would they be a fruit? I don't know. Yeah, I have to eat this lizard. Please don't be mean. Oh. Yeah, what was I expecting? Yeah, I wonder if the who came first, the or which one started first? The the Metropolis scavengers or the garbage waste scavengers. Maybe the glow or the slime mold is just one of the life stages of a jellyfish. And if they enter the right conditions with water and whatever else is in shoreline, then they grow into a full jellyfish. Which is why the big jellyfish drop slime mold when they die. They're actually the same thing. Or maybe the jellyfish, as a survival tactic, splits into many smaller versions of itself that can hopefully eventually survive and turn back into a giant jellyfish. Because that's the thing that jellyfish do. They can like reverse their aging. I think I figured it out. I mean, who knows why you find slime mold in like shaded and stuff. I guess shaded isn't too far away from shoreline. Taint can eat slime mold. I mean, are jellyfish like even alive anyway? They're basically just like a bunch of water, right? Mind the music, it's just taking a break. For good reason, too. Still wish the climb poles faster on controller. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. It's kind of impossible. Or you need to spend a ton of time practicing it. Oh, right. That could be, the big jellyfish are just a bunch of small jellyfish all, like, mushed together. So when you kill them, they're actually just breaking apart into their smaller pieces. Which are also just small jellyfish. Oh, no. Can we not do this? Let's get jelly. Here it is. Okay, so this is what I was expecting. We're back to the regular dying repeatedly in outskirts and industrial. I guess it's mostly been in outskirts. I haven't really made it further. Yeah, Hunter can eat spiders. Wormgrass are carnivorous plants with a good sense of smell. And they're also probably one big organism. Maybe like a fungus. I imagine a large patch of wormgrass could be all connected underground. Yeah, smell. Because how they're affected by gooey ducks. I think Moon said something about the smell of a gooey duck. What a gooey duck is. It's those blue, or more like cyan fruits that you find in subterranean and outer expanse. And they take a long time to eat. And also, I don't think you can really classify things as like plants or animals because, like, what is a pole plant? You know, we say it's a plant. Maybe it is like a plant in Rain World terms, but it eats things. It can like move around and try to grab stuff. Kelp are very similar. Are there any other examples like that? Protist? Garbage worm? Can I do this jump? No, I guess not. I guess we're just stuck here forever. Finally. Whatever. I'll keep going. This is a bit slow, though. I don't think any carnivorous plant has, like, a lot of freedom of movement. Like, Venus flytraps can be, like, open or closed, but, like, a lot of plants do that. Like, if there's a lot of flowers. There's a flower blooming, you know, opening up like that. It's kind of like the same mechanism. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about how they work, so... I imagine it's probably something similar. Like, pole plants, though, can, like, move around very freely. In, like, any direction, they can sense where you are. I think kelp can, like, hear you. Oops. I'm just gonna create this for safety. What was that? Pounce. I do like that all the lizards are over there, and hopefully they will stay over there. Hey, Red. Yeah, they can't move because they're stuck in the ground. please. There we go. Burrowing centipedes? That's a theory. I guess they're actually kind of similar, right? The way they have all the legs, kind of like the spikes shooting outwards. Oh yeah, I saw that that mod where you play as Hornet. That's actually seems pretty cool. Maybe I'll play that when Silk Song comes out. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a dead one. I should have paid attention to that. Yeah, I got a king vulture. Oh. Dude, I got the mask already. Just trying to get him out of the way, yeah. Alright, goodbye. Oh dear, there's another one. Imagine how the vulture feels after that. Like some just random slug guy shows up. Never mind. There is only one full plant in the whole game that moves around. I think I'll have to end soon. This has been going on for a while. If I don't get a run going, it's gonna take forever. Yeah, there are some rooms with multiple pull plants. You guys know the game Lobotomy Corporation? Please don't make any Geometry Dash references. There is a, what are they called in that game? Monster entity? I forget. It's kind of like SCP, where there's like these crazy monster things with like really weird abilities. They have a specific name. Abnormality. That's what they're called. They're abnormalities. There's one of them that is kind of fascinating. It looks like a lizard, and it's red, and it kills you instantly. It's like a tree, like a very spiky tree with a bunch of eyeballs on it. And if you look at it, nothing happens, but if you look away, it like kills everyone. I guess that's kind of a generic theme for one of these types of creatures, you know. Either like, if you look at it, nothing happens, or if you look at it, something happens. But I think it's fascinating the way it kills people. Is this too extreme to talk about? Maybe you should just go look it up if it sounds interesting. But I think it's an interesting idea. I don't know why I felt like mentioning it. Oh, because of the pole plants. The idea that the pole plant, there's like one pole plant in the game and it chases you around. That's kind of what this abnormality does. So it can basically teleport if you aren't looking at it, and it teleports around the whole facility and just like kills people all over the place. That's why I was reminded of it. Bit rude. And not very nice of it. I even look, I have to do for the research. I don't know what it's called. Here, I'll look it up too. The Burrowing Heaven. That's what it's called. Thank you, music. Whoa. Actually doing it as if I've practiced that like 100 times. What is rock jump called? That's the wall pounce. It's a specific kind of wall pounce. I don't know what they're all called, but that particular wall pounce in that location is called the dragon jump because you use it to jump onto the lizard head. But you can do it on like any corner. It's just that it's particularly useful in that one room. Really? In that spot? I don't like this. I'm gonna run into a bunch of lizards. Yep. Yep. Oh, thank you. Oh, great. Oh, dear. Hey, Vulture. Would you like to donate? He oh. You, that was my mistake. I could have, I just missed a bunch. That sucks. That would have been Nice way to get a mask. Now I have to spend even more time getting a mask from another vulture. You know what? We are going to forget about the vulture mask and just go. This will be my last attempt. Thank you, music. Man, I really need to fix that problem. The lore in the Modabi Corp for the art style is that you're actually wearing some sort of like, or maybe there's some sort of like vision alteration, like a filter on the whole world that you see to make everything look nice. If you were to actually see the world as it is, then you would go insane. That's just how those kind of games are. And people do go insane in that game. Your like employees will like look at a certain abnormality and then just go insane and start killing people. Well, okay. I don't know where that spear went. Did they grab it with their tongue? And it when employees do that. The game looks pretty cool, but it doesn't. The gameplay seems a little. Goodness, what the heck? The actual gameplay seems like it can get kind of dull. Whoa. Yo, Scion? The other one, nope. Vulture? Where's this guy going? Yeah, you play in another language to speed up some dialogue later in the run. Vulture jump scare? Harpoon? No, they don't see each other. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead for real. Okay. Well, there were some really good runs today. I made it past Pebbles like 3 times, which is like a new record. Actually, I don't know if it is. Side Spearmaster. I'm not really a fan of Spearmaster. I don't really like them. But I think, you know, most of this run would pretty much be the same. The like, or at the start of the run, right? The start of the run would be roughly the same. And being able to create a bunch of spears to fight vultures is nice, but that's pretty much the only place where you actually use it. The spear ability. Like the same run as Hunter, I think would be a lot better because for the second half of the run, when you get the pearl, you just put the pearl in your stomach and then use your grapple worm and then hold another item, which could be like a mask. You could keep the mask with you all the way through the whole run, which would be super convenient because you run into so many lizards in the run. Every single blue lizard in Cyan and Whites would just no longer be an issue. And Hunter would still be able to hold an extra spear on top of a grapple worm and a mask. Like, when you think about it, Hunter is, like, just so much better. And any other downpour character has crazy amounts of, like, movement abilities. Like, Artificer can double jump, that would make the run really easy. You might not even want the grapple worm if you can... like, the double jump might actually be... Well, you probably want to use... Well, no. Artificer can't use the grapple worm and the double jump at the same time for some reason. So I don't know which one would be faster for Artie. Rivulets is just fast, but they aren't great in like Underhang or Precipice, so you probably still want the grapple worm. Saint is the grapple worm. Like, it's the perfect run for Saint. Except for not being able to use spears. That's a bit unfortunate. Run Hunter. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I don't really want to, like, if I'm going to be running Spearmaster, I want to actually be running it, you know? The whole point of this is that I eventually finish the run and then I'm done with it. I never have to go back. That's the goal. Um, I'm going to be playing Hunter eventually in one of their speedruns. So, like, I might as well actually play one of their categories instead of messing around with Spearmaster more. Because the run is still very difficult. You know, there's still a ton of creatures. There's still very long. It's like an hour. Could probably get it next stream. Yeah, hopefully. But I was making this kind of progress like 10 streams ago, you know. Well, maybe not, but you know, I've had other like really good attempts, so it's still difficult. There's still no guarantees. Anyway, I think that's enough. Thanks everyone for watching. The consistency of it, I feel like it really varies so much. Some days I get a bunch of good runs, some days I only make it to Chimney once. We'll see. Thanks for everyone for watching. See ya. Now the music's back. Thank you. Perfect timing.